the idea, you should, if I can encourage you, you may want to consider, though, getting larger breeds, and that's because fewer people are reportedly taking them home and giving them a forever home. And this morning, we've got Executive Director Stella Handley and Emily Barone with us this morning from the Animal Welfare League, and they also got little Mimi, although she's kind of big. A little big, but so cute. So first, let's talk about Mimi. I mean, how old is she? Who is she?
She's 2 years old. She was surrendered to us by her family because they could no longer take care of her. She's never met a stranger. She loves everybody. She's been hanging out.
She likes the camera too.
Yeah. She's been hanging out in our summer camp with the summer camp kids. So she loves children. She loves to give big, sloppy, wet kisses. She would prefer to be the only dog in the home, but she's not reactive to other dogs on walks or anything like that. But we just think she'd probably prefer to have all your love and not have to share it.
Oh, perfect, perfect. And so talking about, obviously, this concern with fewer big dogs being taken home from shelters. Why do you think that is the case?
It's mostly to do with housing. So especially in Alexandria, there's very few rental communities that will accept larger breeds. And that's the #1 reason for surrender of a larger breed to our shelter is folks are moving to a place where they can't take their dog. And it's really, really sad. So yeah, so we just hope that maybe those in the real estate business will realize that dogs like Mimi are wonderful.
They need a home too. And are there any common misconceptions that you think people?
I think they think that they need a ton of exercise, and that's not always the case. Of course, there are more athletic dogs, just like people, but most of them are couch potatoes. And for the most part, their bladders are bigger, they can hold it longer, all that kind of stuff makes them kind of easier.
Got it.
Yeah. So, and Mimi doesn't bark.
Yeah, she seems like a good dog too.
So sweet. It's really interesting. Yeah, she's really snuggly, and she's just a really good dog.
And you said good with kids. That's a big thing.
Really good with kids. Yeah, she loves summer camp. In fact, we think that's where she thought she was going today. She was super excited.
Let's talk about this, though. It's kind of a more serious story, and we've been covering it on DC News Now. An investigation currently taking place after 3 dogs died at the PetSmart boarding facility in Alexandria, Virginia, Potomac Yards, I believe. But you guys are helping with the investigation. Yes. So far, the company says that they believe the dogs were just older and that they don't think it had anything to do with their care. But it's sparking a larger conversation with, I guess, people thinking that places need to be vetted. How can people do that? And understand there is no update with the case.
That's correct. There's no update with the case. It is our officers who are investigating the case. So we do cruelty and neglect cases in the city of Alexandria also. But there's no update on the case, but it has definitely made people realize that there's no state regulation of boarding facilities. So it's really up to the consumer to vet places and make sure that where they're leaving their animal is at what they're anticipating the standard is going to be, or very similar to what they get at home.
We have about a few seconds. Any quick tips that you would give someone at home on what they can do to investigate or start looking at a facility that might be
I would absolutely recommend that people look at the accommodation that their animal is staying in. If a place won't let you look at where your pet is going to be, I think that would be a red flag. I would also ask what's the ratio of caregivers to animals, how many times a day the animal gets out of their kennel. Is there a separation between cats and dogs? Things like that, you know, so just to, and unfortunately it is on the consumer to do their background because there is no state regulation in Virginia for boarding kennels. Yeah.
So good tips for Mimi and anybody at home too.
Yes.
Even myself. Mimi, you want to get adopted today?
Yes, please.
You want to get adopted?
Yes,
so she'll be posted online. I guess for anyone watching, if they want to learn more about Mimi, they can find her on your website.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we'll post that
M-I-M-I.
Perfect. M-I-M-I. Mimi, she's so cute too. So we'll have that coming up on our website on dcnewsnow.com. But for now, you can see Mimi. Hi, Mimi. Hello.